The universal flag is a symbol that represents our global community, transcending differences while honoring the uniqueness and commonality of all people. The universal flag companies have reached out to over 67 countries because half our world, 3 billion people, live on less than $1 a day. Brian D. McClure's mission is to spread this symbol globally, to inspire and give hope to people in need. Make a donation today to the people who need it most. Help global empowerment prosper through the Universal Flag Companies and make a donation now. For more information, go to www.universalflag.com. That's universalflag.com.
Good day, and welcome to A Call to Consciousness with author and host Brian McClure. Brian and his guests share their personal stories to empower you in knowing that you too are the difference makers in our world. Now, here's your host, Brian McClure.
Hello, this is your host, Brian McClure, and welcome to A Call to Consciousness. This show is brought to you by the Universal Flag Companies. The Universal Flag and symbol represents the oneness of everyone and everything. In 2007, the United Nations Human Development Report noted that there's still about 1 billion people living on less than $1 a day, with another 2.6 billion living on less than $2 a day. In essence, that's roughly half of our world that is living on less than $2 a day. According to UNICEF, nearly 1 billion people entered the 21st century unable to read a book or sign their names. They are referred to as the world's functional illiterates, and their numbers are growing. Until we understand the oneness of everyone and everything, we will continue to experience the same replays that we have experienced in world history. The opportunity to stand up for change rests with us. The time is now. The universal flag represents the change that we have been waiting for. It represents the truth of who we are, that we are one with all. For more information, visit the Universal Flag website at universalflag.org. Tonight we are very pleased to have as our guest Dr. Martha Beck. Martha is a regular columnist for O Magazine. She is a best-selling author and life coach who specializes in helping people design satisfying and meaningful life experiences. She holds a bachelor's degree in East Asian Studies and her master's and PhD in sociology, all from Harvard University. She has been described as one of the best-known life coaches in America by both Psychology Today and USA Today. Oprah says that Dr. Beck is one of the smartest women she knows. And since we know that Oprah knows everyone, that's pretty amazing. Her newest title is Steering by Starlight, Find Your Real Life No Matter What. The book offers a step-by-step process that Martha uses with her private clients to help them navigate the terrain to their best lives. And that's what we're all here for, to find that inner voice and to be happy. Martha, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's great to have you. Before we start talking about your new book and what you're doing today, the listeners and I would love to know a little bit about your background, where you were raised, and what life was like for you and your family.
Well, I was born into the very heart of Mormon country, the most Mormon of Mormon communities, and raised in really a strange subculture, what looks to most of the United States like a rather strange subculture. And went off to Harvard at 17 and was there for several years. And I had basically rejected all religion. I just found it unconvincing. And then I had a son who was born prenatally diagnosed with Down syndrome. And during that pregnancy, I experienced a lot of events that I could only call spiritual. So I became sort of a believer then and sort of went off on a mystical path. I did end up leaving the Mormon church. That felt like not the right path for me. But I came to put spirituality at the center of my life, even though I'm no longer religious.
Now, was this prior to going on and getting your master's degree and PhD?
My son was born when I was in the second year of my PhD program. So all of this was happening basically at the same time. I didn't get a lot of sleep, frankly.